The year was 1985. The video game industry was in shambles. Companies were struggling after the infamous crash of 1983. It was during this time that a Japanese company named Nintendo decided to test the waters. They brought their popular Famicom system to America. Rebranded as the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES, it promised a new era of home entertainment. The console was sleek and modern. It came bundled with the now iconic game Super Mario Bros. Little did anyone know this marked the beginning of a revolution. The NES wasn't just about playing games, it was about experiencing them. Nintendo understood that presentation mattered. They designed the NES to look more like a high-end entertainment system than a toy. This appealed to both kids and parents. The NES was more than just a console. It was a gateway to new worlds and adventures. The impact was immediate. Gamers, burned by the poor quality of recent releases, were hesitant at first, but the NES, with its colorful graphics, tight controls, and captivating gameplay, quickly won them over. Word of mouth spread like wildfire. Soon, the NES was flying off store shelves. It single-handedly revived the video game industry and ushered in a golden age. The NES wasn't simply a console, it was a cultural phenomenon. It brought families together, sparked countless childhood memories, and changed the way we think about video games forever. Behind every successful product is a team of brilliant minds, and the NES was no exception. Two figures stand out as particularly influential in its creation: Masayuki Uemura and Hiroshi Yamauchi. Uemura, a talented engineer, was the mastermind behind the NES's hardware. He had a knack for pushing technological boundaries. He managed to create a console that was both powerful and affordable. Yamauchi, on the other hand, was the president of Nintendo. He was a shrewd businessman with a keen eye for the market. Yamauchi recognized the potential of Uemura's creation. He guided the company through some of its most challenging decisions, ensuring the NES's success. Together, Uemura and Yamauchi formed a formidable partnership. Uemura's technical brilliance, combined with Yamauchi's business acumen, proved to be a winning formula. They complemented each other perfectly, pushing each other to achieve new heights. The success of the NES was a testament to their shared vision. They understood that video games weren't just a fad, they were a powerful form of entertainment. They believed in the power of play and its ability to bring joy to people of all ages. While the NES might seem primitive by today's standards, it was a technological marvel for its time. The console was powered by a custom-designed 8-bit microprocessor, the Rico 2A03. This chip, based on the MOS technology 6502, was the heart of the NES. It handled everything from graphics processing to sound generation. The NES also featured a picture processing unit, or PPU, also custom designed by Rico. This chip was responsible for generating the colorful sprites and backgrounds that defined the NES's visual style. It was capable of displaying 52 colors simultaneously, a significant leap over previous consoles. One of the NES's most notable features was its use of cartridges, or game packs as Nintendo called them. These cartridges contained the game code and data, allowing for a much larger storage capacity than the ROM cartridges used in earlier consoles. This paved the way for more complex and ambitious games. The NES's hardware, while simple, was incredibly well optimized. Developers were able to squeeze every last drop of power out of the system. This resulted in a library of games that were both visually impressive and technically groundbreaking. The NES was more than just a console. It was a platform for innovation. Nintendo constantly pushed the boundaries of what was possible with video games, introducing a slew of peripherals that expanded the NES's functionality and captivated players' imaginations. The NES Zapper, bundled with the console in many regions, became an instant icon. This light gun peripheral, used in games like Duck Hunt and Hogan's Alley, provided a novel and intuitive way to interact with video games. It brought the arcade experience home, allowing players to test their sharpshooting skills. Another iconic, if less successful peripheral was Rob, the robotic operating buddy. This toy robot, designed to interact with specific games, was Nintendo's attempt to market the NES as a sophisticated futuristic entertainment system. While Rob-SE functionality was limited, it captured the public's imagination and became a symbol of the NES's innovative spirit. Beyond official peripherals, the NES also spawned a thriving third-party market. Companies like Konami and Bandai produced their own controllers, adapters and accessories, further expanding the NES's capabilities. Some of these peripherals, like the Power Glove, achieved cult status despite their limited functionality. Section 5. A world of games from Mario to Zelda. The NES's success wasn't just due to its innovative hardware or peripherals, it was the games that truly made it a legend. Nintendo's first-party titles, in particular, set a new standard for quality and creativity, introducing characters and franchises that would endure for decades to come. Super Mario Bros., the game that launched 1,000 plumbers, was more than just a launch title. It was a revelation. Its tight controls, colorful graphics, and innovative level design captivated players worldwide. It established the platforming genre and made Mario a household name. The Legend of Zelda, released just a year later, took players on an epic adventure through the magical land of Hyrule. Its open-world exploration, challenging dungeons, and memorable characters set a new standard for action-adventure games. The Legend of Zelda proved that video games could tell compelling stories and transport players to vast, immersive worlds. Metroid, another landmark title, introduced players to the bounty hunter Samus Aran and the hostile planet Zebes. Its atmospheric world, challenging gameplay, and groundbreaking reveal of Samus's true identity made it a cult classic. Metroid helped to establish the Metroidvania genre, which continues to influence game developers today. Section 6. Marketing magic reaching a new generation. Nintendo's marketing genius played a crucial role in the NES's success. The company understood that to win over a skeptical public, they needed to change the perception of video games. They positioned the NES not as a toy, but as a sophisticated entertainment system, appealing to both children and adults. Nintendo's marketing campaigns were bright, colorful and family-friendly. They emphasized the fun and excitement of playing video games, showcasing the NES's diverse library of titles. Catchy slogans like "Now you're playing with power" and the Nintendo Entertainment System. It's more than just a game. It's a way of life resonated with consumers. Nintendo also cleverly leveraged the popularity of its characters. Mario, Luigi, Link and Zelda became cultural icons, appearing on everything from lunchboxes to clothing. This helped to solidify the NES's place in popular culture and further boosted sales. Another key aspect of Nintendo's marketing strategy was its focus on quality control. The company implemented a strict licensing policy, ensuring that only high-quality games were released for the NES. This helped to build trust with consumers and avoid the pitfalls that had plagued the industry in the past. Section 7, The Setting Sun, the NES faces competition. The NES enjoyed several years of dominance, but by the late 1980s, the gaming landscape began to shift. New competitors emerged, challenging Nintendo's reign with powerful 16-bit consoles and innovative game design. The Sega Genesis, with its faster processor and more mature titles, posed a significant threat, capturing the attention of older gamers. The rise of personal computers as gaming platforms also chipped away at the NES's market share. PCs offered greater processing power, more storage space, and a wider variety of genres. Games like Doom and Wolfenstein 3D showcased the graphical fidelity and immersive experiences that PCs could deliver. Despite these challenges, the NES continued to sell well thanks to its large library of games and affordable price point. However, it was clear that the console's days were numbered. The gaming industry was evolving and Nintendo needed to adapt to stay ahead of the curve. In 1990, Nintendo released the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, a 16-bit console designed to compete with the Sega Genesis. While the SNES would go on to become another successful console for Nintendo, it marked the beginning of the end for the NES era. Section 8, An Enduring Legacy, the NES Impact. The NES's reign as the king of consoles may have come to an end, but its impact on the gaming industry is undeniable. It single-handedly revived the industry from the brink of collapse, setting the stage for the multi-billion-dollar industry we know today. The NES introduced a generation to the joys of video games, creating countless childhood memories and shaping the tastes of gamers worldwide. Its iconic characters, innovative gameplay, and influential franchises continue to inspire developers and captivate players today. With over 60 million units sold worldwide, the NES remains one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Its success paved the way for Nintendo's continued dominance in the gaming industry. It demonstrated the power of innovative hardware, compelling software, and strategic marketing. The NES's legacy extends beyond sales figures. It fundamentally changed the way we think about video games, proving that they could be more than just a passing fad. The NES showed that video games could be art, entertainment, and a powerful medium for storytelling. Section 9. Keep the nostalgia alive. The Nintendo Entertainment System wasn't just a console, it was a cultural touchstone. It brought families together, sparked countless childhood memories, and changed the way we think about video games forever. What are your favorite NES memories? Share your thoughts, stories, and favorite games in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more retro gaming content.